Although we've got an ultimate by Swain coming in the back here, and he is going to do a lot of damage. Probably will get Fiddlesticks. I'm not sure if there's any way for him to juke this. No, looks like he's going to get taken out right there. And I'm buzzing around, but I'm not sure there's anything we can do here. Maybe. If they keep pushing, Poppy can do a lot of damage, but she doesn't have that much mana. And we are worried about Eve, so I don't think we're going to engage. So yeah, everyone on their team has magic resist, so I'm going to be looking at items in that vein. I do have the Heart of Gold, and I think that's a decent base item for Rammus. I don't know. Maybe I could have skipped it entirely this time. I do end up going for a Banshee's Veil, and I think if I'd thought about it a little more, I would have looked at their team composition earlier on and realized what was going on, and probably not built the Heart of Gold at all, because I did start with the Ruby Crystal, and rather than turn it into a Heart of Gold, I could have just started building a Banshee's Veil right away, and that would have been a really, really solid item. So at this point, a little bit of wandering. I'm kind of unfocused, partially, I think, because of how things are spread out and because of how many fights there are, and I want to be there as a tank. But this is something that happens quite often as a tank. I tend to fall a little bit behind on XP because I am wandering around to help with kills as often as possible. And I haven't actually been doing that much in the way of kills. My record right now is 0-2-1. Oh, watch me as he gets taken out by Lux up top. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Looks like everyone else was out of position to help him out. She is a beastly character. But yeah, so as tanks, I do tend to fall behind just a little bit from that, and the fact that I'm not going to be getting the kills, generally speaking. Hopefully, I get the assists, but I don't always. A lot of times, especially I'm there for the initiation, I'll initiate, jump in, powerball in, throw out my taunt, get that all set up. But at a certain point, I start getting low, so I pull back, and then even if we come out ahead in the fight and win, I don't always even get credit for the assists. So as a result, I get a little bit denied on gold and experience. But I think that's just something that I have to improve with a little bit more, and that's one of the things holding back my Rammus game. I do think Rammus is a fantastic champion, and it's just me not being awesome at it. So Fiddlesticks shows up down here, and we're hoping to get Swain, and then we discover that, oh, he's gone. So no ganks there. Didn't think it would happen, but worth giving it a try anyway. And freely using my ultimate here to farm. Oh, here comes Eve. Because we have... Oh, I had a ward in the bush there. And Swain is there as well. He flashes in, I think, with his ultimate. We're able to rip apart Eve, and I just stay in. I'm low on health, but I'm like, screw it. I'm going to stay in here and try to tank. But the problem is, we have so many minions around, and Swain is sitting here healing so much through lifesteal. He's just able to tank all this freaking damage and walk away, in fact, at higher health than he was when I died. So that was really frustrating that we couldn't get the kill on him. I mean, at least we got Eve, and Eve at this point is 1-2-1. So, I mean, I'm not going to say she's been shut down, but we've been doing a good job of denying her any easy kills early on, and that is going to go really, really far. Oh, it looks like Fiddlesticks is in a little bit of trouble here. Lux came out of the bushes to engage on him, and I think Swain's still around. But looks like he's fighting back, so he's probably feeling okay. Now he's falling back to his tower, so Fiddlesticks is going to be okay. Meanwhile, looks like we're putting a lot of pressure on the top. We've got Jaina and Teemo hitting the tower while Poppy is hitting the lane just south of the tower. This is in the top lane, and keeping the enemy champions off. And there we go. They're able to finish off the turret. Awesome stuff. So right now, we are 1-1 in turrets. We have their top tower down, and they have our middle tower down. Of course, the middle tower is generally a little bit better, a little more important, so I would give the advantage to them tower-wise. But we are slightly ahead in kills, 13-9. Not very significant. At this point, still very much anyone's game. So I'm coming down here to assist with Fiddlesticks. He doesn't really need my help holding this lane. He can do pretty good with his Crow, his Dark Wind. But there are a couple of champions around, so maybe they'd be trying something. I don't know if there's anything they can do while he's pinned to the tower. And he's going to face check the bush, and there's no one there. It might be just below. Okay, Lux is still there, throws out her slow, which I was quite surprised by how long it lasted. Because I left the circle, I danced out of it for a little while, and then I walked through it, and I still got slowed, so I was quite surprised by its duration. A lot of fighting going on in the middle. Looks like we're going to head in that direction. Lux delays us. I move to engage her, but she does pull back. And I think I'm going to continue going up towards the middle here. Oh, we do lose Jaina to Swain. Don't want Swain to get any more powerful than this. Now, unfortunately, we're quite far from our tower here, and realizing that, and also that my allies have pulled back the middle, I wisely do a quick U-turn before Ryze can snag me, and start pulling back here. I'm not sure if Fiddles and I are going to be able to pull something off here. They're all unknowns in the jungle. We can't see them. We certainly don't want to engage blind, especially since Eve is probably around, unless she was killed recently, and she can easily scout and see us, and they can initiate the fight. I'm going to go back now because I'm pretty close and there's nothing that's going on. So I figure I may as well start building towards my Banshee's Veil, which I think is going to be an awesome item on these guys. The bubble obviously shuts down a lot of these snare moves, but in general, the magic resist is going to be really important. It's really nice on Rammus when you can stack armor because of his passive, which gives him 25% of his armor in bonus damage. But ultimately, you just need to be able to survive, so I want lots of MR for that, so that no more fancy Rise moves can just kill me instantly. Plus, I mean, the Banshee's Veil does help with extra health. Looks like a big encounter going on here, but we're going to come in from behind. Hit Rise with the Powerball. No, just miss him. But I do get Scion taunted within tower range, and Poppy and Teemo just destroy him. Despite the fact that he's actually a really tough champion, he has a good amount of hit points. I drop a Vision Ward in there just to help us. Like the mushrooms are there, obviously, but this will let us spot Eve if she buzzes around. But looks like she's at the bottom. Lux and Eve are engaged on Jaina and Fiddlesticks. But looks like that's come to a draw with no deaths on either side. I'm going to help destroy this wave here, and I don't expect they'll stick around. There's not a tower to push against here, so there's no real reason to overcommit too much. In fact, we should be going to the middle. It looks like Jaina has taken out Lux. Well, Jaina and Fiddlesticks has taken out Lux. That's really good. I think it might be preferable if Fiddlesticks was the one getting fed the kills, but either way is certainly good. Jaina is actually a really strong character, and I pointed out at the beginning of the game that she is right now probably my favorite. I think I'm just waiting for my ultimate to come up here so that I can AoE these guys down. I won't mind taking a few tower hits just to take them out quicker. And defensive ball curl, taunt Scion. He does stun me in tower range, which is kind of unfortunate. Couple of hits here. He does get low, and Poppy uses her ultimate here. And I don't think anything's going to come of it. We did put a lot of... Oh, watch out for Rise. We did put a lot of damage down on that tower, and I'm just going to try to book it here. Luckily, I do have speed 2 boots. I don't expect Rise would be faster than me at this point, unless he rushed boots of swiftness, but that would be quite surprising. In fact, at this point in the game, I still sort of expect he might be on boots 1, frankly. Or he may have gotten Sorcerer's Shoes, I guess. Poppy's got to be a little careful there. I actually cancel my teleport, just in case there was going to be an engagement on Poppy, so that I could come in and throw a taunt and a stun. But no such thing. There's not really a rush for me to go back. It just seemed like a good time at the time, but now I'm going to definitely push back this wave. My ultimate's up, so I'm going to use it. The ultimate is really good at helping you farm, although in this case I just set things up for Jaina, which is okay. Although, again, if Jaina was playing a carry, and frankly Jaina does very, very well, so she, it doesn't hurt to feed her a little bit more. But if that was an actual strong carry character, I would have just 100% donated my kills. But here I actually could use a little bit of gear, just because I haven't reached the sort of critical mass of toughness. I'm still squishy enough that these guys can burst me down pretty easily. Luckily, one thing against this many casters, a taunt shuts them down exceptionally well because all they're doing is auto-attacking. Like, a taunt's not as good against, say, a Master Yi, but against Rise, it's actually really fantastic. We get a kill on Eve. That's good. Again, continuing to try to shut her down. We do get another turret down. Now, Sion's doing a pretty good push here, and as much as I'd like to be helping out my team, it's also important to save the towers. So I'm going to pressure him away. He stuns and then runs. I'm just going to turn around here, pop my ultimate once more, defend my tower, and get myself a good pile of gold. Level up my defensive ball curl. And looks like they are pushing top tower, so I'm going to head that way. I'm a little worried about where Sion might be. Don't want to run into any trouble. In fact, I'm going to redirect my course so that I can stick by Jaina, who's going through the river at half health. Again, especially with Scion and Rise around, it's a little bit of a different, dangerous proposition. So I definitely want to be around to support her. Looks like we are not going to detect anyone. However, Scion was coming up the river behind us, potentially going to chase Poppy, but decided against it. So this is why I keep going back and forth. I am looking to help my team, and as a result, well, I guess I'm the same level. Actually, I'm one level ahead of Poppy. I'm level 13. Poppy is level 12, so I guess I'm doing okay. And we got level 14s and 15s on my team. For some reason, I'm sure there was a point in the game that I looked and I was like 3 levels behind people. But maybe I was just 3 levels behind one person. So big engagement here by the tower. I take a good amount of damage. I do try to get away from the laser bird there. And looks like we're going to get a kill on Scion thanks to a fear plus some serious damage by Fiddlesticks. And the engagement continues here, but we're pretty low. I don't think there's anyone that wants to go into tower range with no minions around here. And Rise is still there. He can still do a considerable amount of burst damage. And I think we're going to end up pulling back. Still need a little bit more for Banshee's Veil. It's such an expensive item, especially while the items that make it up are fairly cheap. Which is sort of nice. They don't necessarily contribute that much, at least to a character like Rammus. You know, yes, the little health is good and the magic resist is good, sure, but the mana and the regenerating health and mana when you level up, that's something I really like to get on a caster. But it's not quite as significant on Rammus, and I'm only short 100 gold here. It kind of sucks that I couldn't just finish it, because it's going to make such a difference once I have that. But what can you do? No more neutral creeps around, nothing to farm. So our team is still applying some pretty decent pressure down the middle here, but we are having no luck in pushing that tower. These guys are still pretty tough. Like the momentum is definitely on our side here, but I don't feel that it's overwhelming in one way or another. Jaina takes a lot of damage there, but she is able to ult. I do catch Rise, and I'm not able to pull off the taunt. I hesitated for a bit and kind of stepped back because I'd moved into tower range, and I was afraid of getting snared there. Wow, Poppy almost goes down, but Jaina's bubble keeps her alive. Plus, I think Teemo actually did a blind, now that I think about it. So the combination of the two meant that Scion could not finish off Poppy, despite the fact that she was sitting at 1 health bar. And I think we're going to be able to take out this tower. 4 of us here. I've got my ultimate, so I plop that down. And generally, we wreck that thing very, very quickly. So now, at this point, I'm feeling like, okay, we've got this game. If I were on the other team, I would probably start to feel like it's maybe surrender time. But the fact of the matter is, they do have a lot of burst damage, and stuff like that can happen. You catch someone out of position, you just obliterate them. Got a couple of snares that go off on me. But I'm able to shrug them off and then start running. I think I've got a dot on me. Nope. I'm good. 100 hit points. Take off my Powerball. Not my first close escape this game, and I don't think it's going to be my last. Oh yeah, we're 23-12 in terms of kills now, so it's gotten pretty one-sided. We definitely have a tower advantage. I think if I was on the enemy team at this point, I would probably surrender. Yeah. But it doesn't look like they do, so we're going to keep having a little bit of fun with this. It's always nice when you're on the winning side of one of these. So far, my record's not that impressive. 0-3-4, definitely not. As a tank that, sometimes I go kind of in that range. I don't usually get the killing blows, but I do like to see some more assists than these, but oh well, what can you do? So, I think this may be where I'm starting to get concerned about level. No? Yeah. Well, I think I'm seeing Teemo is 17. I'm like, 17, I'm only 14. Poppy is 14, but then 15, 16. So I don't know. I'm not actually that far behind, but it definitely started feeling like I was. And so, I don't know. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to Rammus. I think he's really good, and I think he's actually very much my style, but I have definitely not mastered him yet. I really wish I'd skipped the Heart of Gold this time. I mean, I guess the extra gold does help, since I got it really, really early in the game, but maybe I should have sold it. That's possible. Sold it for the early Banshee's Veil. It's a bit of a moot point now. Now I've got the Banshee's Veil, so I'm okay. I guess one of the big problems is there aren't very many good magic resist items. So I see these guys coming, but I don't think I